Here we are on number 3. So we have if P, then Q, Q or P, therefore Q. And so if we are going to do a reductio ad absurdum, then what are we going to do first? We are going to assume that the Q is negative. And we're going to do that based on reductio ad absurdum. And so then if we do number 4, then we are going to then try to go all the way through and see if we can get the negation that leads us to a contradiction of 2 of our variables. So that's what we're going towards, to see if we can get that by the end. So we have a not Q. All right, so we have if P, then Q, Q or P, therefore Q. We're going to go with not Q. So if we have not Q, what can we do? What rules of inference or rules of replacement can we use to move on through the premise? Well, what we could do is we could use lines 2 and lines 3, which say Q or P, not Q, therefore P. And what did we use? We used lines 2 and 3, and we used disjunctive syllogism. Okay, so if we've used line 2 and we use line 3, here we are here. We have if P, then Q, P, and then what would we have then? We could use that, or let me look in my book. Let's see. If we did that, that would mean that we would end up with Q. But we're trying to get it, we're not trying to solve for Q. We're trying to get it so that 2 letters are conjunctions. So if P, then Q. Oh, did we do the right one? Disjunctive syllogism? Not P. Okay, not Q, therefore P. Okay. Modus tollens. Yeah, we could do modus tollens. And use 3 again. So we could get a negative P. So in order to get a negative P, we would use modus tollens. So we would say if P, then Q, not Q, so not P. So we would use 1 and 3, and it'd be modus tollens. And so then what we have is we have a P, and hold on, I gotta get that little bugger. And not P, which is what we were trying to get to. And if we can get to that, then we know that this is not right. So we did 4 and 5, and we did conjunction, and therefore, if we can get to that, then we know that this is actually right, and we know that based on lines 3 through 6, reductio absurdum, because we could get to this. That's what we're trying to get to. We're trying to get to this is our goal. And since we could get it, then we know that this is the answer.